Hello, Bloom with Deb friends. I just wanted to come on and share some thoughts I've had over the past week or two. I know I let you guys know that I am cancer free as of 2 weeks ago, and I'm continually getting better and stronger and more energy every day, so I'm super excited about that. A couple weeks ago, I was processing what I've learned through this journey of cancer, and I wanted to share what I wrote in my journal. It's actually a list of things. So it's just, first one I thought of was wedding vows matter, which means when we say in sickness and in health, it really does make a difference. So that has really been a staple in our marriage. It's strengthened us after 17 years of marriage. And now we just celebrated on April 30th, our 17th anniversary. So Steve has just been my rock in sickness and in health, so that's a huge one. Number two, my faith is stronger than I knew. Sometimes we don't know until we're put to the test how strong we are. Number three, God's power is real. His power to heal us is real. Again, we don't know until we're tested how true and his promises are. Number four, prayers can be felt and they can move mountains. So thanks to your prayers, I truly believe they gave me the strength and the grace to persevere through this with a good attitude. I cannot take the credit, so I just thank you for that. So prayers can be felt and they can move mountains. Five, I have real friends who care for me. Again, sometimes we don't know how many friends we have and we don't know who is going to stick through this. So it's been a refreshing and enlightening experience to see who my friends are. That's been special. Six, extra time with my parents was a blessing. They made the sacrifice to drive up to Jacksonville from Orlando at least once a month to stay 3 or 4 days with me and take care of me when Steve traveled. Mom went to one of my first chemo appointments, and she was there for my last chemo appointment. So they were a huge support. My dad gave great hugs. I credit his hugs to healing me. So every time we'd pass each other, I'd say, "Oh, I need another hug. I feel healing coming on." So they both played a huge role in my healing. Seven, don't fight insomnia. Make the best of it. That's one of the things I learned. Eight, don't receive negative comments, either in my own head or from other people. 9, faith over fear is the answer. I always chose faith over fears. 10, one of the things I learned that by his stripes I am healed and made whole. That was one of my mantras and one of the things I stood on God's word, that I am healed. 11, God is more concerned with saving people than healing people. Like I said in one of my earlier videos, is just that he cared about this young girl hearing the gospel in August on a plane ride before I was diagnosed. And yes, I could have been diagnosed sooner, but I believe that he wanted her to hear the gospel and have an opportunity to be saved. And that is more important than anyone is healing. Number 12, help others going through the same thing. 13, release your time to the Lord. Let him direct your days. It's okay to rest. That's a one. I'm not going to talk Italian to you now. That's a one I really want to continue living out in this year of healing. Now that the treatment's over, now I get to rest and continue healing physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And just continue to release your time to the Lord and give him every day, because it is a gift. Okay, I knew the tears would come eventually. Oh my gosh. Okay, I can't get through this. Last one was invest time in people and things with eternal value, because people in God's word will last forever. And that is what I will stand on. People in God's word does last forever. And so we want to make our time here, which is very short. We want to make our time here count. And so, wow, between publishing my book and working on Grace Through Darkness and preparing for Bloom with Deb as my new business ministry, it's just been the best 9 months of my life. I know that sounds crazy, but I wouldn't have had this time to prepare for my future. I wouldn't have had this time to grow and to learn and to minister to others through this process. It has been a wonderful experience to walk with the Lord, in sickness and in health. He is faithful. And like I said to my friend, whether I was healed or not, it's a win-win, because our future is in heaven, and that's a win. And that's a wonderful promise. And that's what our hope is on. So whether I had more days here on earth or more days in eternity with God in heaven, either way, it's a win-win. So I don't fear getting cancer again. I don't fear death, and I don't fear living either. I feel more fearless and brave and courageous than ever before. People thought I was brave before, but I'm ready. I'm ready to do what's next and to keep saying yes to the Lord. One of the Bible studies I went to last week, we were discussing Exodus chapter 4, when Moses encountered the burning bush and was given an assignment from the Lord. Moses had a stutter and was not a confident speaker, and he wrestled with God about this next assignment for him. And the Lord said to him, "Look what's in your hand." He had a staff in his hand, and the Lord wanted him to throw the staff down and show that it was going to become a snake, to show a miraculous sign to the people, and to prove that God was really speaking to Moses and through Moses. And I just was reflecting on the Lord saying that to us. Look what's already in your hand. Look at the gifts you've already been given from God. Look at your talents. Look at the favor that he's given you, the doors that he's opened for you, the prayers that he's answered for you. Look what's already in your hand and use what you have, whatever that might be. Maybe you're an encourager. Maybe you're a hostess. There's all different types of gifts out there. Maybe you're a teacher. But keep using the gifts that God's given you. Look what's in your hand. Another thing, through this chapter 4 in Exodus, you'll see that there are 3 things God did. One, he told him to turn the staff to a snake. Second was he healed Moses' hand. He put it in his cloak, and when it came out, it was leprous, and then he put it back in, and then it came out, and it was healed. So he showed a miraculous sign through his healing. And the third one was he told him he was going to turn water into blood as another demonstration of his power. And when I reflect over my life, those 3 things can happen in your life too. The staff to a snake is our transformation time. Maybe that's when you first became a believer and started walking with God. So that transformation time could be a day, a week, a month, a year, 10 years, 20 years. Your staff to the snake season is your transformation season. The second season, the healing of the hand, that was my healing season. During this cancer scare, that was my healing testimony, to show God's power through healing. And the third one is the water to blood, and that's a miracle. And I believe we're walking into a season of miracles. If you've gone through transformation, if you've been healed, then let's believe for God's miracles to continue to work in your life, to continue to prove God and glorify God in your life. Let's walk in a season of miracles, whatever that might look like for you personally. I just want to challenge you to think about the transformation that God's already done, to build your faith upon that. And then if he's healed you physically, emotionally, or spiritually, he's healed you to glorify himself and to give you a new hope and a new life. So believing for a new season of miracles is a place where I'm at, and I'm excited about that. And I just want to encourage you to continue to walk in miracles and to let God develop you organically. You know, it is not something you have to strive for. It's not something you have to earn. But just rest in him and walk with him daily. Listen to his voice. Do what he tells you to do. Just walk in obedience day by day. It's just incredible what he has in store for us. And I'm excited for the future, and I'm excited to walk this out before you. If you want to continue to subscribe and stay in touch through Bloom with Deb, I hope that you will. I hope to share some lessons and things through life as we go. And just really want to encourage you in your walk with God. That's what Biblically Living Out Our Mission is all about. And we can do that in community with each other through this channel, through Facebook, and through our friendship. So thanks for tuning in. I hope this encourages you. I'd love to hear from you. Feel free to write comments below. Talk to you soon. Take care.